So thank you, everyone. Welcome to this webinar, KNX Development, why developing KNX solutions and why KNX is a future-proof technology and also investment. Probably you agree with me that in these times of uncertainty, it is more important than ever to find reliable investments from a company point of view. And I hope that you can get the most important insights about KNX, why it's so reliable in that regard, and why KNX has been in the market for 30 years already. These are the three aspects that we are going to look into for this presentation. Why it's KNX reliable, future-proof from the technology point of view, from the community point of view, which is, in my opinion, one of the key points of the success of KNX, and what are the business opportunities that you can follow as an investor, meaning a manufacturer or a software developer. Good. So definitely this very first slide is very comprehensive in terms of this first highlight, amazing development ecosystem. So KNX has been growing a great ecosystem for 30 years, which some people who already know about KNX could be even surprised about all these actual options. Sometimes we tend to think that KNX is just KNX devices that are interoperable, but that is just the tip of the iceberg. We can start looking into the KNX specifications. So this is obviously the cornerstone of the most of the development. KNX Association develops, creates, produces the specifications that the KNX manufacturers can follow in order to produce certified devices, but it also includes much more information. So it is the cornerstone for developing a KNX product. Then we have a large number of tools and resources to develop products. We have the manufacturer tool. This is if you want to produce a certified device bearing the KNX logo, which means it is interoperable with any other KNX device from any other KNX manufacturer. Since KNX certifies also the application layer, then this layer is produced with the manufacturer tool. So this is one of the important tools for in this ecosystem. We have the EITT, which is the interworking test tool, which is normally used by test labs to carry out the testing exams to approve the certified devices, but it's also used by developers to test their own devices or even for manufacturing for serial production. So these are probably the most known in the KNX manufacturing. Then also as part of the tools, we have the ETS, which is the software used by system integrators to configure any KNX certified device. So if you don't know about KNX, this is probably one of the main highlights. You can configure two devices, one from, let's say, Siemens and another one from ABB, just to name two popular brands. And in this software ETS, you can configure both devices to work together. Then we have also the ETS Inside, and the ETS Inside is a kind of a new, is one of the latest joining the family. ETS Inside, it is let's call it a lighter version of the ETS, which is intended for smaller for smaller projects, and that the interface to do the configuration is using standard mobile platforms like Android, Apple, etc. So the ETS Inside has two pieces. One is the server, which is providing the configuration tool in the project, and the other one is the ETS Inside client, which is the user interface to configure the installation. And then there is another tool called the Falcon. Falcon guarantees the software access to the KNX bus and offers an application program interface for sending and receiving telegrams across the KNX network. So you can see that in terms of tools, there are already a number of them, which depending on what is your intention, what you want to develop, you may use one or another. Then we jump into products. Also, for those who don't know KNX, KNX Association does not sell any hardware or protocol. Instead, companies that want to develop KNX devices, they need to develop things by themselves, or they can use existing certified components. There are certified components in the market to help manufacturers to produce KNX devices. So that's why you can see here cable for the twisted pair communication, which is a popular way of communicating in KNX. Certified system components that could be physical layers with KNX stacks, and the actual device. Then probably a less known aspect of KNX. This is also rather new. Servers and gateways. First of all, we have the ETS Inside server. Is actually a piece of software, but it can be put together in an actual hardware so that the user can buy it and almost in a kind of plug and play style can plug it into the installation into a local area network, put the KNX devices together, and then you can start configuring those devices with the ETS Inside. So there is already in the market one ETS Inside server. So if you buy this hardware, you can enable the ETS Inside in their firmware, and then you can enjoy this software in your installation. And also, very, very new, this is the KNX IoT. This is part of the KNX specifications, which is currently being in the voting cycle. Again, because KNX is a KNX Association is a companies that join to create the KNX specifications and use the KNX trademark for certified products, etc. There are working groups that produce the specifications, and there's a technical board that approves those specifications. Right now, we have the KNX IoT specifications, which are about to be or to become approved standard. So this is also a very important milestone in KNX, because this is a way to standardize how KNX interacts towards the IT or IP level. So that makes easier for software developers to create applications for KNX without KNX knowledge. So for that, you need a KNX IoT third-party API, which offers that API to connect to the KNX installation. And then software, we have those clients, the KNX IoT clients, which is actually software using the KNX IoT API. And there are also ETS apps. ETS apps are a piece of program that runs on the ETS, and it is used, for instance, for system integrators to do additional or more complex operations on the ETS. So it could be a visual configuration of the installation, or could be to check the strength of the KNX radio frequency signal that is received by the KNX RF devices. So it is a more complex software running on the ETS. And that can be developed also by any company, not only KNX Association. So in a nutshell, this is a very large ecosystem, and that's why my job is to assist companies that want to come into the KNX market to see what is they want to develop, or what is their portfolio of products, and how they want to offer that into the KNX market. But let's go, because this is very broad, let's look into some examples to understand this better. From one product to full vertical solutions. So this ecosystem allows you to either go with one single product into the market, or to offer a full vertical solution for your customer. First example, just one product, and I'm using one existing product from one of our KNX members. You, as a company, you could be a small company that specializes in niche sensors, and this is your product, a water quality sensor. You could make this KNX compatible, and you could sell this to the KNX community, because since this product is certified and it's interoperable with any other KNX device, you don't need to offer the configuration tools because they already exist in the ecosystem. You don't need to produce screens to display the values that you are reading with your sensor, because there are already screens or software for visualization that is able to understand KNX information. I remind you that KNX is certified at application level, so even data point types are standardized. So with this, we want to offer you an example that with just one product, you can start making money. So this is already a way of proving the future-proof investment, is because you don't need to wait to have a whole setup of products to start selling. You can start selling from one product. And you don't need to bother about the ecosystem, because the ecosystem is giving you the configuration tools, the certification tools, and so on. And also, it's important to understand, for those who are maybe not so acquainted with KNX, KNX installations don't use a hub to concentrate the communication. So your product, or this product from this example, doesn't require a hub to function. You can put this water quality sensor in a KNX installation with an actuator, and they both communicate. There is no need for a hub in that setup. This is also important because you probably are aware of companies that have been, which follow this hub system, One example is Revolve, which was acquired by Google, and then eventually, I think it was 2 years ago or last year, they shut down this company. So every owner of a Revolve had found that they had a very expensive piece of equipment in their installation with no cloud connectivity anymore, and the installation was useless. So this is also what it means KNX as a future-proof investment. It's not only for the manufacturer, but also for the user. And lastly, when I say that you can go to the market with one product, okay, what are the other products in the market? Well, KNX has accumulated more than 8,000 certified products over 30 years. So this is probably the largest ecosystem of interoperable devices in the world. So that means that your product can interact with those 8,000 certified products. Just a few numbers, roughly, all right? Don't take this for your business plan, but it can give you a guidance what is the actual investment from the KNX point of view. Yearly expenses, we are giving an example company with 45 employees, which becomes a licensee of the KNX Association. Development approach, they only want to develop the application program because they use existing certified components. If you want more info about this, then go to the next webinar, which is KNX Development Overview. Yearly expenses for a company in that configuration, membership fee is 1% of the KNX turnover, with a minimum of 1,000 euro and a maximum of 9,375. Surveillance fee of a certified product is 75 euro per product. Development expenses, manufacturer tool, 2,050 euro. And this answers one of the questions already, if these resources are free or paid. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. In the case of the manufacturer tool, it's a once-off payment. It's 2,050 euro once off. EITT for the interworking is 990 euro. And the registration of a new product is 780 euro. Other related expenses, certified system components. KNX Association does not sell certified components, so you must buy them from another provider. There is a large, fortunately, there is a large ecosystem of certified system components that you can use to leverage your development. And the test lab, also, they have their tariffs, so you must approach them and ask them how much it's going to be to certify or to carry out the test for certification. But then you can get an idea of the required investment. Another example, a vertical solution. So now we are not thinking of a company with a very specific product. Now you as a company, you want to offer a full vertical solution, which is a water quality management package. So in this case, you can offer, you can use ETS Insight. So for that, you need an ETS Insight server. You need the KNX devices that perform the water quality management. So the water quality sensor, a power supply to feed the installation, and a switching actuator that operates the solenoid valves of the water installation. On top of that, you need a local area network, a router to be able to connect with the ETS Insight client for configuration. So this is a vertical solution. You're offering a package, a water quality management solution for someone to use it in water quality management. You are using existing setup and commissioning software, which is the ETS Insight, and you are using the ETS Insight server, which is also available via or my KNX shop, and which is free. Now let's look into the overview of the cost related. let's say you're a 9 employees interested party company. There is no development approach. There's nothing to develop because everything is already in the ecosystem. You are just putting together these products and offering as a package to your customers. In this case, the ETS Insight server, you don't pay for it, but the user pays a license to use it. All right, so the ETS Insight in this case is 160 euro, the license for one ETS Insight server. There is no related expenses, and the membership fee is straightforward for this company, 1,000 euro a year. So just look into the value you get as a member with this 1,000 euro, not only the community that we'll see in the next point, but the access to this huge ecosystem that you can take advantage of to produce your solution. And one last example, we go back to one product again, not a vertical solution, but to one product only. And in this product you are developing is a water quality management software. All right, and this is not it's not specific to KNX, but you want to develop it for other platforms, but with the capability to interact with KNX installations, because they are resourceful and they are flexible to build a water quality management system. So in this case, you already have the existing setup and commissioning software. There's an existing KNX IoT third-party API gateway, and there are more than 8,000 certified devices. So this is normally the case of software companies. They don't want to develop any hardware, but they want to be capable to communicate with the hardware to perform actions. So, for instance, there's a big company, 250 employees. The development approach is using the new KNX IoT specifications and OEM. This is because they want to rebrand the KNX devices with their logo. So that gives a uniform look to the full solution. Membership fee, because it's a large company, is also obviously larger. There is no surveillance fee because the OEM products don't pay surveillance fee, only original certified products. Development expenses, you don't need manufacturer tool for OEM, you don't need EITT for OEM, and the registration fee per OEM product is lower than a new product. So you can see here again that the investment to access this ecosystem is really low. And with this, I also want to illustrate that KNX gives you an amazing development flexibility. So this is good for any size of company. If you just want to develop everything by yourself, you can just get the specifications, develop everything, or you can use existing solutions, certified components to bring your KNX devices to the market, etc., etc. So this development flexibility is also much appreciated by any company that wants to go into the market. And lastly, I mentioned already KNX is 30 years old or 30 years young of cutting edge technology. Definitely an important milestone was the international standardization in 2006. And just to mention another one is the latest one, KNX NetIP Secure. So that's also part of the ISO, and it's from last year. So this ensures that where you are putting your investment is future-proof, because your products are within this ecosystem that has a large and solid trajectory. And actually, many people are surprised when they find out that a KNX device certified today is interoperable with products from 27 years ago. That doesn't mean that the technology is evolving, because everything evolves, but the interoperability remains. So this is also future-proof for the homeowner or the building owner, and that also what makes KNX successful. All right, so this is the summary of technology, amazing development ecosystem, from one product to full vertical solutions, development flexibility, and 3 years of cutting-edge technology. Now, community. Also, our community over 30 years has grown a lot, as you can imagine. We have companies or entities, organizations that are into the development community, KNX members. They are manufacturers, software developers. They also produce system components for other manufacturers. KNX scientific partners, normally universities, they produce research papers that are also utilized in the evolution of the KNX technology. There is a KNX scientific conference, which is also very interesting. And also KNX members can contribute, not only KNX scientific partners, but that it is a nice community that is very much alive. Test labs are in charge of carrying out certification tests for certified devices. From the market point of view, we have KNX national groups. There are 45, if I'm not mistaken, national groups, which are local associations to promote KNX at a local level, meaning country. So there's KNX Sweden or KNX China. There are national groups to promote KNX locally. And KNX Associated, that's, for instance, the latest two associated partners that we've got are China Smart Home Industry Alliance. So it's a key associated partner for the distribution of information in China of KNX, and the Apache Software Foundation, which is the biggest open source community in the world. And system integration. We have KNX training centers who offer the KNX training to become KNX partner. KNX partner is the foundation, the base of this pyramid of community. They are doing the KNX system integration, performing or carrying out projects with the KNX technology. And user clubs professionals are gatherings of KNX partners. But it's very important to see the cooperation between peers. This is also very nice in KNX. The cooperation, it is really, really pleasant. So all in all, more than 300,000 people in a lot of countries. It says 45 countries. I think that's a mistake from the slides, but it's definitely more. Also, you can see our engagement in social media is very large. So when we put news about KNX, it really reaches out a lot of people. So from the community point of view, KNX also a very interesting investment. And lastly, we have a few minutes to go. Business opportunities. So you want to develop something for KNX. What can you do? You can develop and certify KNX devices. Your clients are KNX partners and system integrators. Requirements, being KNX member and have the ISO 9001, except for OEM. If it's only for OEM products, you don't need the ISO 9001. Developed and certified system components. Your clients are all the KNX members who don't want to develop those system components. For instance, a physical layer or a KNX stack. Requirements, KNX member and ISO 9001. Develop and certify cables and connectors. Many products still use the twisted pair as a way of communicating, as a communication medium. So there are quite a few cable manufacturers. So your clients are the KNX partners, the system integrators. Requirements, KNX member. Also ISO 9001, but there's also a not recognized cable. You could do a KNX cable, but not certified. So you wouldn't need to become a KNX member. Develop ETS apps. So if you're a software company, you want to make life easier for the system integrators, you could develop an ETS app. It could be, for instance, a visual configuration, project management, anything that can make life easier for KNX partners. And requirements, KNX member. Develop an ETS Insight server. Your clients are other KNX members or KNX partners, system integrators. And requirements, KNX member is recommended. And develop KNX IoT gateways, third-party APIs. Your clients are other KNX members, KNX partners, and software companies that want to produce solutions for KNX without KNX knowledge. And requirements is KNX member. Just as a warning, KNX IoT specifications are in draft proposal, not approved standard yet, but they will be very soon. And lastly, develop KNX IoT clients. So it could be digital twins or smart working efficiency, anything that we are now considering IoT, right? That eventually has a nice user interface to interact with the user. Clients, KNX partners, and requirements, KNX member recommended, although not mandatory. So your business opportunities, certified devices, certified system components, cables and connectors, ETS Insight server, KNX IoT gateway, KNX IoT client. So business opportunities within this huge ecosystem. So that's all I wanted to share with you. This is the KNX development, why developing KNX solutions. If you want to know more in depth about the development approach, that's the next webinar overview, and also specific about OEM, there is also a webinar. Thank you very much for your attention.